long-winded way of kind of giving us the lay of the land of where we're at process-wise and a little bit of the substance, just so we can clear that up. And I would formally make the motion to...
Hold on real quick. Two things. Point of procedure, my apologies. So we do have to go back in a minute and vote on item 7, which was the minute. So I did gloss over that. Secondly, before you make that motion, I have 2 hands up, and then I need to open the public hearing. So maybe if you want to talk to what that motion is, what you're going to make, and don't make it, and then I'll go to a couple of questions from the council, then we can go to the public comment on this resolution.
So the motion would be to deny this resolution, but return the substance back as an ordinance, and that ordinance would then contain the addendum so that we can make sure that these units are not exempted from the SG.
Right. Thank you, sir. Councilor Abel?
Comment on this particular item. One of the reasons that resolutions do not modify ordinances is that you cannot codify a resolution. Is that correct, Mr. Cox?
Hey, Stephanie, I'm trying to get the rest of this on fucking
that
camera
you cannot
because
codify
there's some smart ass motherfuckers, man.
That's part of it, yes, sir.
Mute them for a second. What's up, 5-Speed? I'm recording this because I can't screen record yet. Eric went off and he finally got up on there, and I don't know if anybody had that recorded. Please tell me somebody was screen recording that or something when Eric got up there and when I got up there again.
So there are other reasons. I won't bore you any longer, though.
So yeah, this is my redneck screen recording, guys.
Very well. Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Councilor Gutwein, then Councilor
Fuck that motherfucker.
Thank you. I was wondering if we could get the 2009 ordinance that's being discussed, if that could just be included in our next packet so that we can all review that information and the community can as well. Thank you.
Councilor Bita.
Thank you, Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I agree with
I should have been doing this the whole time, but I was in Eric's chat,
proposal
so I couldn't.
here. However, I'd like to add something and a discussion here, and that is, why are we addressing this now? It's my understanding that this matter isn't even ripe, that the developer is a long ways from starting development.
Y'all see her pinky go up? It ain't been like that. I wonder what's in that cup.
Hurdles to
Let's see for Cheesecake Rosie, y'all.
For development, and I don't understand why we're dealing with this now. So I would.
Does she not realize we can see her?
Skilling's proposal that this be tabled indefinitely until such time as there is a need to address it, and the developer is ready.
Oh man, I want to crack such a mean joke.
And then we can look at it at that time when it's right.
You know, for a little lady, she sure is good at wiping her mouth off. I wonder what else she's good at.
But I see no point in doing this.
Golf ball through a garden hose.
Premature.
Yeah, I'm gonna narrate and be like John Felix and Eric.
Franks.
Except I'm not gonna scream and shout.
Thanks, Mayor Paul.
I shouted at the mayor, though.
I just wanted to
cool.
put out there for the community that my understanding of why this would be being brought forth now, and obviously it'll come to a public comment.
Hey, they're opening public comment back up
but there
sporadically.
has been some discussion and differing opinions on whether the vested agreement should be completely exempt from.
So if anybody has Zoom and want to call in, there is a chance you can speak again. Just make sure you flash your little raise your hand button like this. You flash it, make it blue like on YouTube and Facebook.
Should be in order to stay within the cap, and so obviously you have.
It's a
who
966.
was elected during the time when the SGI passed. We're the
6
closest to it.
266 1612.
Representative, I know the community's intent was to
no, she didn't.
And so
we're watching the Lakewood City Council meeting.
If we don't address it now,
I'm trying to record it because there's a chance that they're going to open up public comment again, and every time they do, I'm going to raise my hand. And I'm going to wait till the last fucking second, too.
It would which a future council could say.
Because
no, that all
there's
of
someone at
those
city
vested
council that'll speak up
agreements,
if I
were
raise my
exempt
hand
from it. So
and they see
I
it
think
before it
it's
closes
fine
down.
for us to
If
have
anybody
a
else wants to
robust
call in though,
discussion
they
about
can
it,
see
but
you
I
when you
think
raise your
that's the
hand. They
difference
know.
between why it's being
And
brought forth
Stephanie,
maybe now
I'll
in advance of the next
call me after the
allocation
stream
period,
and I'll
and
figure out what it
why
was.
some people may want to address it now versus there may be a different outcome if it's addressed later. And so, again, I look forward to the discussion and wanted to thank Councillor Gutwein for requesting that document be included into the packet. I just think that will be helpful.
Who's
Thank
talking?
you.
Oh,
Councilor
dang.
Johnson?
Thank you. I too agree with Councilor Gutwein that having that document part of the agenda is actually very important for us to see what it said. But I'd have to weigh in more with Councilor Beta. We have been dealing with COVID emergency type things, and I'm not sure why we are dealing with this right now. The ground is not ready. I would agree to postpone it indefinitely, and if Councilor Beta wants to make that motion, I'd be happy to second it. There's a lot that needs to be done with that whole issue. That there's still a lot of community input that we're going to get, and we need to be listening to what they're saying as well.
Oh yeah,
Thank
call
you.
in, guys. It's 966-6266.
Yes, I'd just like to say
1612
I'm
or
in
1216.
agreement
Fuck.
with dealing with this now. Many of us came to council and had to deal with things that were not dealt with before and that were kind of handed down. And I would hate for the risk to be that a whole new council comes on, or even potentially new folks in 2 years, and have the intent of the SGI not upheld.
Maybe I'll take a potty break, guys. But yeah, y'all call
And I
in.
would just make two comments. One, I was actually part of the 2009 ordinance, and so anytime this council has made in the
There
past
it is.
vesting, which is few and far between, I think maybe 3 properties in my tenure.
96662.
It's a big deal, and it certainly has
66,
substantial weight, and I
1216.
think in 2009 from the community as well when that was put into place. I will also say I think there's a memo in from the landowner why there's also importance on their end. And we represent all the folks in our community, the residents, landowners, and everyone. And so I think there
No, I'm
was
not a technical genius. I don't know what it's talking
discussion
about
as
with
to why
encryption.
they are asking.
I didn't do that.
And thirdly, I'd say council gave direction to start to move back towards
This guy was digging in his nose
you know,
earlier
regular
when he didn't think
agendas,
nobody was
knowing that
watching.
this is going to be our process for a long time potentially. And so the go ahead was given to start having regular issues back in front of us, and so that's why we're here tonight. Councilor Johnson, your hand is up. Did you mean to put your hand up, or? Okay. All right. So procedurally, we're gonna open.
Yes, I did put my hand
Oh,
up.
okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I was on mute. I just needed to unmute myself. Since you brought it up, it was actually a question that I was going to ask.
We are
How
back,
many
guys.
more of these contracts are out there with vested interest? With whom? Where are they? And when do they end? I am struggling with the whole concept, frankly, of vested interests. So if I could please get an idea of who else is doing this and when we're going to be dealing with those as well. Thank you.
We can certainly get that information to all of council. Off the top of my head, you, Ms. Hodson, your hands up if you want to probably ask that. You're muted, ma'am.
Okay. So we will follow up, and I think the information that Councilor Johnson just requested would be good information for everyone to have. We'll make sure you have that. If this passes and this goes to the ordinance, it'll be a part of that packet, along with the information that Councilor Gutwein requested, so that you have all that background information too. So we'll do our best to dig up the history of properties that are vested, for how long, and whatever data we can find that may be helpful as you make your decision on this particular property. Thank you.
And I'm going to venture to guess it's less than 5, but I could be wrong. I'm going to say 3. Okay, all right. Counselor Abel, your hand's up.
Yes, thank you. I would also like to request, there are two other ODPs that were folded into the Solterra Center ODP. I believe it was the West Lakewood ODP and the Springfield Green ODP. Can we get copies of what those were? Mr. Parker tells me that they were joined together with the Solterra Center to make one over-encompassing ODP in that area.
Mayor, if you'll allow, I know that Travis is online because I see his name. So Travis, if you can provide maybe a little bit of background of what Councilor Abel is asking for, and then see is that something that we can provide in time for the next packet. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Fantastic. Yes, Councilor Abel is correct. There were two previous ODPs out there. The names I don't have in front of me, Lakewood West, and you can remind me of the other one. But both of the vast majority of both of those were subsumed by the Solterra Center ODP. The remaining property that wasn't taken into this Solterra Center ODP was taken in
So what I missed, guys? Can y'all hear good?
of McIntyre into the Solterra proper, and that's undeveloped now as part of Solterra. So we can certainly provide those two older ODPs, and just with the understanding that neither one is in effect anymore. They've been replaced.
Okay.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Okay, so forgive me for the clunkiness here. So we're going to open public comment on Resolution 2020-22, which we heard from two folks already in regards to that during general public comment. But we'll now go there for Resolution 2020-22, and I'll ask the clerk to please call on.
Caller ending in 2434.
All right, caller 2434, please give us your name and address or ward.
Thank you. Good evening, Council and Mayor. This is Kathy Kentner, Ward 1. Thank you very much for proposing that this resolution be done as an ordinance. I would like to address
Hey guys, call in on Zoom,
Skilling brought up,
966-62.
and that,
Hold on, I'll pull it up so I don't get it wrong
that an
again.
exemption is being made, and I believe it's because the current proposed amendment suggests honoring the 1% cap beginning in 2022, but does not specifically address the public hearing. So it may help to specify and that
No, jump on Zoom and call this number, quick.
Or
Hurry up.
would only apply to the
The mayor actually muted another counselor.
Site-specific development that had a public hearing in 2009. So I think that that's probably where that confusion is happening. Thank you again for
Have they figured out I'm doing this yet?
and bringing it back as an ordinance.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, anybody else? I see.
There's no one else in the queue with their hand up, Mayor.
Okay. All right, Mayor Pro Tem Skilling, I'll ask for a motion, please.
I move the adoption of the resolution.
Hey, San Joaquin, what's up, man?
Council minutes, all
I'm trying to help Eric out. He was having trouble with the stream, so I'm trying to screen record this Zoom council meeting for him.
1 second. So we pulled that out.
But I'm glad your channel's up, man.
Because we should have just had
Anytime you want to use any of my videos, man, use them.
So maybe
Well, let me try again. Here we go. So strike that last one. So I move for the approval of the council minutes only, all of which are included in the consent agenda items introduced into the record by the city clerk.
I got an all-star guest tonight,
all right,
guys.
motion is second. This is a cleanup to the original consent agenda, which is the